This segment is sponsored by RevMed.
RevMed is a direct primary care practice streamlining your medical services and care. Joining us to share more about RevMed and this unique service model, Dr. Dan Moore. Dan, it is great to see you.
Great to be here, Jessica. Thanks for having me.
Looking forward to this conversation because this is a different concept for a lot of folks. We're going to dive into that, but let's first just define what a direct primary care practice is.
So direct primary care is a movement that's been occurring among a lot of primary care doctors. We want to be able to connect with our patients and to spend the time with them to give them the care we were trained to, but we're really not able to do that in most of what we call the traditional system, where we're kind of incentivized to push people in and out as quickly as we can. So we step away from that and we say, look, insurance is great for catastrophes, but for your day-to-day stuff, it really doesn't make a lot of sense. So if we change the practice model to basically one in which the patient directly gives us a membership fee that's about what you'd pay for an unlimited data plan from a major carrier for a cell phone, or cheaper than my cable and internet bill on a month-to-month basis, that removes the barriers to care. And it also means that we aren't trying to be responsible for 1,000 or more patients. We can shrink that pool down to where our office visits can be longer, and they really allow us to have conversations with our patients in addition to delivering them medical care.
A lot of folks listening right now say that sounds pretty good. So streamlining the practice, how many employees does RevMed have?
We have one. And that's just me. So my practice number is my cell phone. And eventually my wife will be helping out with administrative things as well. So people might hear her pick up the phone. But essentially when my patients call, they're going to get me. And when they come to the office, I'm going to, check them in. I don't really have to check them in because there's nobody to know they're there, because I know they're there. I am taking their vitals. If they need labs taken, I can take their labs. But more importantly, it lets me have a conversation with them all through that process, and I can see them anywhere from a half an hour to 90 minutes.
It's an entirely different model, and a lot of folks hearing about it for the first time today may say, okay, well, how do you have time with everything you've got going on? But we've heard it's a different model. This is intentional, and you're making it so that you can have the one-on-one conversations. How have folks been receiving this?
I think for the people that when they sit down with me and we have just a conversation about what it is that we try and do and how we're delivering the care, there's like this magical moment where people will be like, oh, okay, I get it. Because we have, in our society, we kind of have this culture around, okay, I go in, I hand in my insurance card, they take care of things that way. We don't necessarily have to do it that way. And when we change the model, like you say, it allows us to deliver care in a much cooler way, in a way that's more effective for the patient. It also lets us feel like we're actually helping people, and it makes it so that if a person has issues with something that went on during that visit, in other words, they don't quite understand something, or they're unclear, they have a question, or something's changed, they can get a hold of me very quickly. So the response has been tremendous.
We have about 30 seconds left, but you mentioned that the providing care and the patients that are coming in, what patients are you seeing? Who is this open and available for?
So I'm family medicine trained, and I see patients really of all ages. I say kids of all ages, but my oldest patient is in their late 80s. My youngest patient is less than 3 weeks old, and I see people regardless of, they can be very, like we like to say, complicated. Complicated is okay with me because I get more time. So, and as far as what I treat anything from broken wrists and noses to alcohol addiction. I treat depression, anxiety, infections, sore throats, allergies, which are big around here, and basically everything in between.
The young and the young at heart, and then working on all of these scenarios together. It's great meeting you, Dr. Dan Moore.
Well, it's great meeting you too, Jessica. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to share a little information so folks know how to find RevMed. RevMed is located at 9701 Gayton Road in Henrico. For all the information, you can call Dr. Moore directly, 804-214-6415. Visit the website, RevMedRVA.com. Connect on Facebook, facebook.com/RevMedDPC. And stay with us. Virginia This Morning returns right after this.